Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, students. If you have any doubts regarding the chapter which is going on, you can ask the doubt. Sir will continue the lesson from tomorrow or whenever he is available. But today, because of some unavoidable circumstances, I was forced to take the class and I'll be clarifying the doubt. I'll not be continuing with the chapter. So if you have any doubts, you can ask. Is I'm audible to you people? In the same group, you can answer. Is I'm audible to you people? Yes, students. Is I'm audible? If anybody is having any doubts, they can ask the doubts. Can you explain the packing of DNA helix? Okay. Packing of DNA helix. Approximately humans, one single cell will have 2.2 meters of DNA. You will have 2.2 meters of DNA. That 2.2 meters of DNA is packed inside a small cell. Inside a small cell. That too inside a nucleus that is smaller than the cell, and the complete DNA is packed to form chromosomes. Okay, a human cell will have a 46 chromosome, and that chromosomes are invisible. Cell is not visible. How a chromosome will become visible? chromosome itself invisible, and that invisible structure is having 2.2 meters of DNA. That invisible structure is having 2.2 meters of DNA. How that long DNA is packed in a small chromosomes? To explain that, there is a model that is called as nucleosome model. You observe here a nucleosome. A nucleosome is nothing but a beads in the string like structure that is present in chromosome. If this is a one chromosome, if this is a one chromosome, if I hold this chromosome from one side, if I drag or if I pinch it off, if I draw the thread like structure of a chromosome, that will get a structure that is nucleosome. See, this is packing, and slowly the packing has unwinded, and in this area we will find some bead like structures. That beads like structures are nothing but nucleosomes. So here, how many nucleosome I have mentioned here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 nucleosome I have mentioned, that will coil and supercoiling will take place, and that will form a chromosome. How a one nucleosome looks, or how one nucleosome is made up of. A nucleosome is made up of histone protein and DNA. Histone protein and DNA. How many different types of histone proteins are there? Total 5 different type of histone proteins are there. That is H2A, H2B, H3 and H4, and one more, that is H1. Total 5 different type of histone proteins are there. So how many different types of histone proteins are there? Total 5 different type of histone proteins are there. And that total 5 different types of histone proteins forms one nucleosome. How that one nucleosome formation takes place? Observe here, one histone protein I am drawing, this an spherical ball like structure, that is H2A, and another ball I am drawing, that is H2B, and one more I am drawing H3, and one more I am drawing H4. Total how many balls I have mentioned here? Total 4 balls I have mentioned here. 4 balls I have mentioned here. 4 different types of histone proteins. These are positively charged. Why they are positively charged? Because of the presence of arginine. Because of the presence of arginine in a side chain. Because of that, they are positively charged. Now question comes, how all positively charged histone protein remain close to one another? We know that always positive charged substances will repel one another, and these 4 proteins should repel. So, but they are not repelling. Observe here, this is 4 protein. Only 4 protein will not form a one core. Usually, there will be 2 histone HA protein. One more I am drawing here. This is one more histone protein. This is one more H2B. This is one more H3. This is one more H4. So, total how many histone proteins are present in a one nucleosome core, that is in the center? That is 8 different histone proteins. How many different types of histone protein? Only 4 different type of histone protein forms a core. Forms a core. Now this core is positively charged or negatively charged? This core is positively charged. to keep this 8 balls of histone protein together, which are positively charged, there must be something that should be wrapping around this histone proteins. So DNA is negatively charged. That will wrap around. This is DNA helix that is wrapping around histone proteins. How many wrapping or how many turns it will take? It will take 2 turns. In NCERT it is mentioned, but it takes 3 by 4. That is 1 3/4 turns it will take. 1 3/4. That is, if this is a one histone core is there, this will take one complete round. After that, another round it will be completing, but it will not complete. Quarter is left. At that time, the DNA will leave this core. So it will start the turn from this side and it will end on the other side. The wrapping, it takes around 1 3/4 turn, but NCERT is saying 2 turns. NCERT is saying 2 turns. We will take 2 turns only. We will not take more than 2. We will take 2 turns. 2 turns it will take. And DNA is negatively charged or positively charged? DNA is negatively charged, and histone proteins are negatively charged or positively charged? Positively charged. Because of that, this wrapping is suitable and advisable. Then this coiling, this wrapping should not get loose enough. It should not get open. Because of that, there is another histone protein that will act as a clip. That is H1 protein. Total, how many proteins are involved in nucleosome model? 8 plus 1, 9 proteins are involved in one nucleosome. Whereas how many core proteins are there? 8 different core proteins are there. How many types of different proteins are there? In core, only 4 different types are there. That is H2A, H2B, H3 and H4. How many nitrogen bases are involved in one nucleosome? That is 200 nitrogen bases are involved in one nucleosome. If we have 8 nucleosome, what will be the length of a DNA that is associated with core protein? That is 8 into 200. You have to do it. So 800 into 200 base pairs. That is the result what we will get. That is the length of the DNA that is associated with one core or associated with 8 core. If you have any other doubt. Core means center. Core means earth core. The central part of earth is core. The same way, core means the central part of the nucleosome. That is core protein. And this H1 is a peripheral protein. That is superficial protein. That is making the DNA to remain in the coiled fashion or winded fashion. Any other doubts? Any other doubts? If you don't have doubts, I'll wind up the class. No doubts? Should we wind up? What are strains? Strains are the different types. Strain means different types, different strains of bacteria. Pseudomonas pneumoniae is a one bacteria. Pseudomonas pneumoniae, we have two different types, are two different strains. Pseudomonas itself, we have two different types. One is S type, another one is R type. What is that S type, sir? S type is a type of a bacteria that forms a smooth colony when it is grown. When it is grown on in a petri dish, it forms a smooth colony. That's why it is called as S type. Whereas a type of a bacteria that is R type, Pseudomonas pneumonia itself, but it is R type. What is R type? Observe here, this is one petri dish. On this we are growing a bacteria. If this bacteria forms a colony, that colony is a spherical shape. Colony itself is a round shape, smooth surface. Surface is a smooth, then it is S strain. And if it is forming a colony that is like a star, if that colony is forming radiating strands, that colony or that type of a bacteria is called as R type. That is R strain. So two different colony. Both the bacteria are same. This is also Pseudomonas pneumonia. This is also Pseudomonas pneumonia. But observe the colonies which they are forming are two different types. One colony is a smooth surface colony. Another colony is a rough surface colony. No, I'm not going to start a new chapter. Sir is going to continue. I'm just clarifying the doubts. Sir, explain transcription. Transcription is a process by which DNA will produce RNA. Transcription is a process by which a DNA produces RNA. So here DNA, which is double stranded, coiled structure that will produce RNA, and RNA is a single stranded structure. Now, if this is a one DNA, that is double stranded. From this we will get a single stranded RNA. This process of production of RNA from DNA is called as transcription. here many enzymes are involved, but one important enzyme is DNA dependent RNA polymerase. One enzyme which is involved is most important enzyme. Other enzymes are also there. Helicase. There are many enzymes are there that I don't want to confuse you by saying that, but main vital important enzyme is DNA dependent, that is dependent on our DNA RNA polymerase, which is polymerizing RNA. RNA is polymer of nucleotide. How this will take place? This will take place when a DNA will get uncoiled at a place that is called as ORI, at a place where a RNA polymerase binds. Some doubts are there. RNA polymerase binds. So once that RNA polymerase binds, before that itself, uncoiling of DNA strands will take place and two strands get separated, and from one side, this is one side, a new DNA formation takes place, other side another DNA formation take place, and two new DNA strands will produce. That process is called as replication. Here both the strands are engaged and both the strands which are formed are double stranded. New DNA which is formed is also double stranded. But in transcription, out of these two DNA strands, one DNA only will be copied, another DNA will not be copied. So here during transcription, only one strand will be copied and another strands will not be copied. The strands that will be copied is called as template strands, and the strands which is not copied is called as coding strands. That is called as coding strands. Here DNA dependent RNA polymerase binds at one place from where the DNA RNA synthesis will start taking place and RNA will come out. There are two depend upon whether the RNA which is arising, the RNA that will arise will have the complete information of the protein or will have a fractured information of a protein. Depend upon that, the genes are called as monocystronic gene and polycystronic gene. But you understand one thing here, that is copying of RNA from DNA is called as transcription. There is a difference between replication and transcription. In replication, both the strands are copied, whereas in transcription, only one strand is copied. Okay, some other doubts are also appeared. I'll go through the doubts. It's taking time. Any other doubts? One question has come. %20 of adenine. 20% of adenine in a DNA but it is not clear, dear. That I can read. After that, LOZ is written or of written. DNA of 6.8 nanometer. 6.8 nanometer. Okay, length of the DNA. Find out the total number of pentose sugar. Find out total number of pentose sugar. Pentose sugar we have to find out. How many sugar molecules are there? 20% of adenine is there. Nitrogen base pairs. Okay, nitrogen base pairs. Question mark. And rest is anyhow 6.8 nanometer. 6.8 into 10, we can multiply it directly. The question is not clear, dear. मेरा क्वेश्चन समझ में नहीं आ रहा बेटे. दर्रा हैंड राइटिंग ये करके देखिए. Okay, I'll try to solve it. Let us see. 3.4 nanometer is equal to 1 helix. If this is a strand of DNA, 1 helix, 1 turn is 3.4 Armstrong unit. So 6.8 nanometers means it is 3.4 into 2. That means it is not having 1 helix, but it is having 2 helix. There are 2 helix are there. Or 2 turns are there. Okay, that we will understand. 6.8 means 2 turns. Okay, that one information I got it. So 3.4 into 2, that is 6.8. Okay, now one turn, that is 3.4 nanometer is equal to 10 base pairs. So 1 helix, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So how many base pairs are there in 1 helix? 10 base pairs are there. Another helix, how many base pairs will be there? Another helix, 10 base pairs will be there. Total base pairs present is 20 base pairs. 20 base pairs are present. Okay, 20 base pairs. 1 base pair, how many pentose sugar? 1 base pair, 2 pentose sugar. How it is, sir? So this size, this side, 1 strand, 1 pentose sugar. This side, 1 strand, 1 pentose sugar. 2 pentose sugar, 1 base pair. So how many base pairs are there? 20 base pairs are there. 20 into 2 we can write. 20 into 2 nitrogen base, 2 pentose sugar. 1 here, 1 here. 20 into 2 is 40 sugar. 40 sugars are there. Okay. 20 base pairs, 40 sugars are there. Any other question was there? In that 20% are adenine. Okay. Now I am writing a nitrogen, that is DNA. Total base pairs are 40 are there. Okay. How many adenines are there? Adenine, guanine. Adenine combines with thymine. Cytosine combines with guanine. 20% adenine. That means thymine also 20% should be there. So total 100% we are calculating. So 100 minus 40. So 60%. In that 30% are cytosine, 30% are guanine. If it is percentage is given, that percentage. Is it clear to you, dear? A number if you want to calculate. A number of adenine. Okay, 20 base pair ka out of how many base pair? 20 base pairs hai. In that divided by 100. 20 base pairs का percentage में numbers निकाल ले सकते. 20 divided by 100. Into 20. That is question clear नहीं है मेरे पास. इतना तो explain कर सका मैं. थोड़े questions है that I am not able to get an access with that some student have sent. Which of the following represent the outcross? Atypical dihybrid cross, trihybrid test cross. कौन दिए भाई ये क्वेश्चन से? Okay. Okay, we will wind up. Assalamu alaikum.